Here's a quick video looking at the Hornby 2020 model year Rocket. I was very lucky to find one of these. I went in a model shop just after lockdown had finished. That model shop didn't happen to do internet retailing, so they happened to have some of these left in stock. They do seem to have sold out very quickly. As part of the Hornby 2020 Centenary range, there's a version of this set available in a red box, replicating the triangle packaging of the 1960s. That set is limited, and you do get different names on the coaches and of course the limited edition certificates, and those are going for really quite high sums on eBay at the moment. This is the regular set, so the main difference is just a different box colour and different coach names. The train pack comes with the 3 coaches and Rocket in an approximation of its 1829 Rainhill Trials condition. This model was of course based on the replicas that exist in the National Rail Museum. The real Rocket evolved over its working life, and although it does survive in the Science Museum, it's now quite heavily modified and looks quite different to the one represented in this set. Nice little detail included with the set is the driver and fireman figure, ready painted, and they have a little pin in them, so they just clip right onto the locomotive footplate. I'll spare you watching me get the set out of the box. It's quite tightly packed in, and it is a little bit of a faff to get it out, but I think the box does do a reasonable job of protecting the locomotive and its journey to its final home, so it's probably worthwhile. It's really a very attractive set, as you can see here. Not surprising that it sold out so quickly, and I do hope Hornby make more of these. It's the sort of thing that I think most model railway enthusiasts would probably like on their layout, no matter what era they model, as it really does capture the beginning of the railway age. If you've ever seen the triangle version of this model, it was introduced back in the 1960s. Although it was really quite a detailed model for its time, it really is showing its age today, and this model is so much better. The detailing is very, very fine, and it's really amazing what they've managed to pack into such a small space from a detailing point of view. The loco's small size and the delicate detailing though has brought some issues with it. You can fit DCC to this locomotive. You can just remove the top half of the barrel, and there's a socket to plug the Hornby DCC decoder straight into. However, when you look at the instructions for where the decoder socket is meant to be, the actual socket has been mounted higher in the barrel, meaning there's no room left to actually put a chip in. Meaning once you have got a chip in, the top won't go back on the barrel. I've seen people have managed to make this work, but they do seem to have mostly involved hard wiring the chip directly to the locomotive. You see here, looking at the instructions, that socket was meant to have been flat, flush with the bottom of the barrel. The couplings, again, we can't use NEM pockets because of the size of the locomotive, so they've used these very delicate chains. They're very good looking, and you can get them to work, however not really with one hand while videoing this, so they're just a little bit finicky, and they do take a bit of effort to get the train coupled up and ready to run. Just take a close look now at the individual coaches. The detailing on these is really fine. We've got all the very fine wire handrails for around the luggage positions, the representations of the oil lamp holders on the roof, guards positions on the end, and actually really quite a detailed interior. They would look great with some period passengers in there, and that the printing and detailing really cannot be faulted from any angle on these models. One issue I could find, however, with this set was the reliability of this connection between the tender and the locomotive. After literally only one lap of the model railway, one of the wires has come loose, and that means that the model currently isn't in working order, so there's no running shots in this video. I could have taken the locomotive back to the shop, got a refund I suppose, but I did really like the model. It looks very nice, sat in a display case, and I'm sure at some point I'll take it to one of the local model shops and get them to repair it and get it back into running order. But it is a bit of a shame, and it does in some ways tarnish what is otherwise really a really beautiful model. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please click the like button and consider subscribing.